I heard that will you denounce Adolf Hitler? I heard you don't denounce Adolf Hitler when asked about that.
National Socialism was a disaster. The 20th century was pretty much a disaster. From
but do you denounce the actions of Adolf Hitler?
I'm not going to play this game.
Oh, it's not a game.
You throw out historical figures and I denounce them. I mean, do you denounce Stalin? Do you denounce Pol Pot? I mean, look, the National Socialist Germany, it's part of history. It's not who I am.
No, I'm not asking if Hitler is part of history, but so you don't denounce Hitler when asked, is what you're saying.
I don't play this game of denunciations.
Well, but calling it a game is a game. That's a game. To call it a game is playing a game.
What?
To call it a game is playing a game. Do you condemn the KKK?
The KKK? I mean...
Yeah, you've heard of them, right? Or are you like Trump? You've not heard of that?
Yeah, I've heard of them. Look, the KKK, I mean, I don't know if we have time to talk about this. I mean, the KKK, the 19th century KKK, has nothing to do with where we are now. It's a historical thing. The Second Klan was not engaged in violence, by the way. It was a kind of Americanist group.
Okay, so you don't denounce them. That's okay. I mean, I'm just asking.
I'm not going to denounce these historical things that don't really have any resonance to where we are. If someone in my movement ever claimed that he was going to engage in violence, I would denounce him in a second. Absolutely.
All right. Well, we'll hold you to that.
I'm not going to be burdened by history.
Okay. Interesting reaction. I think that there's a lot to glean from that. Richard Spencer, editor of altright.com, president of the National Policy Institute. I think we've learned a lot today. I don't know that we've done much to foster better race relations, but ultimately we know that that's not really the goal of Richard Spencer. It's to achieve a peaceful separation, I think, is where we've determined you land. Is it fair to sum up in that way?
I disagree with everything that you just said, actually. I think having a respect, I think having a respectful, rational discussion is the best way for there to be good relations between people who have different views. Sucker punching me is not going to be the way to do it.
That we can agree on. I think it's good that we can end on the note, which is, I agree, sucker punching you on the street is not going to help anything or anyone.
Thank you.
All right, Richard Spencer, thank you so much.
The past.
So Hitler was not justified in his unreasonable hatred towards the Jews.
He was not unjustified. You're saying unreasonable. I mean, in terms of, I obviously do not support any kind of violence of any kind to any people. But in terms of recognizing, if you want to take this to a basic level and say, did he recognize that the Jews are a people? They have a certain identity and a strategy. Yes, that's right. That's hardly a monopoly of Hitler. Effectively, everyone in the world at that time believed that. Polish people believed. Poland, at the time that that Poland was invaded on both sides, they were living under effectively an anti-Semitic dictatorship. I mean, all of these things that we want to claim are, pure Hitler, pure evil. Are things that were very common at that time. They're actually still common in the world now.
You're so good at deflecting. I mean, oh my God! I mean, you're the king. But I'm never going to badger you. I'm just going to ask one more time. Yes or no? Hitler's hatred towards the Jews was justified. Yes or no?
Hatred. I would say hatred is the wrong word. It's the wrong question to ask. So. Hatred.
He hated the Jews. Come on now. Hold on.
He admired them in many ways.
Hold on. You said...
He actually... Some people said, some people think I think the Jews are an inferior... He said this at a table talk. Some people think, I think the Jews are an inferior people. He said something like, that's ridiculous. I could put a dozen Jews into Australia. Within 3 generations, they'll be running the financial and culture industries. He thought, in a way, that they were superior.
Hitler hated the Jews, and I'm just specifically asking, is his hatred towards this group of people justified?
His recognition of the Jews as a people is absolutely justified.
I'm gonna move on because you don't want to answer that question. Because I'm telling you, you the king. You the king now. You the king of deflecting.